Hi, this is BC Rieger, and I'm going to do some rambling by the river. And it's a gorgeous January 12th afternoon. Sneaking a late lunch break. And for me, this is divine. I grew up on the East Coast, and the ability to do this on January 12th, be hot in a sweatshirt, is rare. I wanted to ramble with surfing the frequency of knowing. So we did a longer conversation about shifting, out of the frequency of questioning and into the frequency of knowing. And I was nudged to play with surfing the frequency of knowing. So now you're in it, or you're choosing to be in it. And how does that change everything? And one of the things is, it's a combination, for me, it's a combination of consciousness, obviously, intention, the grounding energy frequency that I hold all the time. It's kind of like the ground floor of that frequency has an awful lot of components already built in that I've built into it, that keep me residing fully, anchored fully in that frequency, so that I'm not dipping below that. And at the same time, I would say that I'm continually notching up and locking in to a more and more expanded frequency. And one of the ways that I can do that, that makes it much more effortless to do that, is to have the frequency of knowing be a vital part of how I naturally flow. So I don't ask questions. If I'm speaking with someone and they say, oh, X, Y, and Z happened, or they're talking about something, I don't ask, well, what was that, or so on and so forth. I'm not asking questions. I'm completely listening, and I'm completely being there, and I'm trusting the knowing my energy read of how they're being, the frequency that they're holding, and absolutely holding the space for them. And then if they choose to share details about something they were talking about or whatever's going on, that's their choice. And it's a way to confirm my knowing of what I'm reading and what I'm feeling and experiencing, the connection with them. So that's one little bit of one way when I'm interacting with people. That's usually if I don't just met someone or have a brief encounter with them. If you're wondering on a larger scale, well, okay, it's the beginning of the year, so what's going to happen this year? What's going to unfold in 2019? Are we there yet? That's a questioning, and rather than a surfing the frequency of knowing. So just linear language and how you adjust it, how you give voice to it, will help you to flow in the frequency of knowing. So you can wonder in a way that is, I just got river mud on me, and in a way that is racing Aussie, in a way that is tuning into the wonder, as in wonderful, wondrous, of the year 2019 and what will unfold, instead of the questioning side or frequency or connotation of, I wonder what's going to happen or if it's going to happen. And that may seem subtle, and I suppose it is, but it's dramatically subtle. There's an oxymoron for you. Because in that difference, first of all, it's a different frequency. And in that frequency of knowing, you may be in a tighter aperture of your knowing frequency. But in standing and playing in the wonder that is unfolding, what's going to behold for you, that you can see and behold and watch unfold, create to unfold, that's the difference. And even if you might label and term something, that's bad or hard or frustrating or something that's unfolding, there's still wonder in it, because as you hold that frequency of knowing and wonder, don't hit the camera. Yeah, don't hit the camera, and try to not splash water on the camera. I think you already did. As you hold that frequency of knowing, then you're expanding your consciousness. So you're having an expansion flow. You're at least shifting, perhaps not locking into a more expansive, open-hearted, higher frequency vibration. And so there isn't the charge on what before would have been called, bad or upsetting or confusing or whatever it is, because you have at the very least, a bilocational consciousness, view, feel, understanding, comprehension, of what is occurring. So I would say, I'll play back and say, well, in 2019, what do I wish to behold? What do I wish to see unfold? What do I choose to create? What do I choose to participate in? What do I choose to command into materialization? And that's tapping into your knowing. Because when I give voice to that, when I tone that, I feel a different resonance field within my body. All of my bodies. I feel a different connection with all of that. And so it steps me out of the questioning, which is keeping me small. And, even if you don't surf, never surf, don't know much about surfing, just envision yourself surfing and the colors on the water and the feel of that and the sun on your face, and you're riding with, you're connected with, you're in tune with the power of the waves as you surf through all of that. And that's what we do. That's who we are. It truly is. And the surf is in, the river of love. It's that absolute expansion. Anyways, just some thoughts on that. Play with it, see what you think. Step into it. I know you'll find when you allow yourself to go in that space that it really does open, broaden, deepen your perspective, your consciousness, aperture, and expansion on it. So I'm going to turn the camera and let you see the sunset over the Stilly River.